Welcome back to the Bourne Network's Marble Championship final season. We are into the second half here with block pushing, one of the hardest hitting events in all of marble sports. Hello everybody, I am Spenny. I am joined today by Ramen Powder.
We are here in block pushing, an event that some of these marbles absolutely love because of all the hard work they've done in the off-season, and they get to show it all off here. A pure test of strength, and we're going to get started straight away in the first one. Emerald Skies and the Red Riots in the opposite lanes there. Emerald Skies just took the championship lead from the Red Riots, so very interesting matchup to start things off. Red Riots hit the blocks first, but it's not about how fast you get to the blocks, it's about how far you hit it, and it looks very close between these two teams. But I think the Red Riots are just about ahead.
Let's look at the side camera. Yes, look at that. Red Riots, a 34.9 to the Emerald Skies 33.7. But they do have another chance in each other's lanes. Let's see who gets to the block. Red Riots get to the block first. Emerald Skies have a better push now in the far lane. But is it farther than the Red Riots' first push?
And it's all about your best single run. So some of these teams might want to sacrifice a run that isn't going great so that they can save their energy for the next one. And the Emerald Skies, the best run is just 3 millimeters shy of the Red Riots with a 34.9. That is currently the mark to beat. Now, Ultraviolets on the far side and Ice Chippers on the near side chasing that 34.9 mark. Ultraviolets well ahead out of the gate, and that translates to a further push by some margin over the Ice Chippers. Ice Chippers really going to have to recoup themselves and try to do better in the opposite lane because they're going to swap lanes after this. But we'll see if the Ultraviolets are able to surpass the mark, and 36.7, that is provisional first already, beating the first two runs.
In the second run here, it is the Ultraviolets winning in the bottom lane again. Both runs, the Ultraviolets take the win there. Ice Chippers not having much for block pushing in this season. But is that farther than 36.7? No, it doesn't look like it. 35.1 for the Ultraviolets. So that first run will be their best one. That second run was better for the Ice Chippers, but did not get very far.
So now Ultraviolets have the mark to beat. Starlights and the Flaming Cobras now in the next run. Starlights well ahead in the far side. That might be able to challenge. That looks like a pretty far run from the Starlights. Flaming Cobras didn't look very good coming to the block. But the Starlights, will this challenge the Ultraviolets? They're chasing that 36 mark, and I think it will. 38.2. By almost 2 centimeters, they clear the Ultraviolets, and these runs are just getting better and better. The Starlights could be on a charge for a medal here. Flaming Cobras will beat them on the far side this time. And Starlights nowhere close to their first run. But I don't think the Flaming Cobras will be able to challenge the Starlights from the first run. It's a very tough mark to beat that the Starlights have just set.
38 flat for the Flaming Cobras. It barely misses the Starlights' first run. And that will push the Ultraviolets down to third already, almost out of the podium. And now we have Team Horizon and the Diving Dolphins here. And that went about as well as you would expect for a frosted team in the Diving Dolphins. Unfortunately, this event is a bit of a dud for them, but Team Horizon, not a good push either.
Yeah, I wonder what the Diving Dolphins' mentality were coming to this event with all of the past poor results they've had in this. 22.6, they are likely going to get no points from this event. Only a 30.1 for Team Horizon, though, kind of overshadowed by how bad the Diving Dolphins run was. But Team Horizon is going to want a better push here, and it does seem better for Team Horizon. A lot better, in fact, than their first run. Diving Dolphins, once again, a non-factor, but Team Horizon, where will this get them in the mix? Perhaps compared to the Ultraviolets for that provisional P3 spot. We'll have to see. I don't think it's going to crack the top 2, and it is 4th place for Team Horizon with a 36.1. That is respectable thus far.
So the Starlights, that 38.2 is the benchmark in the first half. Diving Dolphins can't really do much about it. Unfortunately, that is just the way they are. But now, Hawkeyes and Team Watermelon to start off the second half. As they get released, Team Watermelon out of the blocks good, and they will push further.
Doesn't look great from either. I think low 30s for both teams, especially the Hawkeyes. And Team Watermelon, if they want to challenge those top teams, they are in the mix at the top in the top 5. Not quite right at the top of the standings though, and only a 32.8 to show for. Only 30.8 for the Hawkeyes. So both teams looking to improve on this second run here. We'll see what Team Watermelon particularly can do, and it does look much better for Team Watermelon on the bottom lane. That looks past 35 for them. That should be in the mix in the top half. Hawkeyes once again, not that great. Even a bigger margin here than in the first run. So the Hawkeyes aren't going to get a good result in this event. But Team Watermelon, that's going to cross 37.2. That puts them up into third place.
Get into the latter half of the runs. Well into the latter half. Black Markers and the Wayfinders. In the near lane, Black Markers have been always great at this kind of event. They have a good start, and they will be ahead of the Wayfinders. Black Markers are one of the notoriously strongest teams in the Bourne Networks Marble Championship. They have always done well in block pushing, collision, block bumping, block dueling, anything that involves a block, really. The Black Markers are there, but only a 35. That is not going to challenge for a medal, at least yet.
We'll see if they can do better in the second one. A bit disappointed in the first one, given their strength in this event, but they're going to be outperformed by the Wayfinders here. Black Markers going to be a bit shocked by that. The Wayfinders, we'll see how this is for them. It looks to be close to the 36 mark. Ooh, is that past 36? Is very close. No, it's not. 35.8 for the Wayfinders. That slots them up into 6th place. Black Markers can't improve, and they're only down in 7th. And now, on to the final few runs of the day. Team Clarity on the far side and the Windbreakers on the near.
Look at that. Team Clarity first to the block, but the Windbreakers push it farther. Windbreakers, you would think, are a bit stronger of a team, being more, I guess you could say, bulky than Team Team Clarity, but let's have a look. Ooh, hang on a minute. Both of those runs were not that great.
Only a 32.8 for the Windbreakers, only 30 flat for Team Clarity. Both of the teams looking to improve once again in the later part of this run. Ooh, who's ahead? Windbreakers are ahead, but is that really a high run? It looks to be mid-30s, about the 35 range. That's not going to challenge for a medal for the Windbreakers, definitely not for Team Clarity. And the Windbreakers sitting down in 12th in the championship. Oh, that is 35.6. So that is good enough for 7th place, about mid-pack Team Clarity, all the way down in 12th place.
This is our final run of the day. The Berry Blasters and the Iron Skies. The Berry Blasters got gold in this event the last time it was properly run. And that is a good push. Actually, not a bad push from the Iron Skies either, but the Berry Blasters, you can never deny them a block pushing medal. And this is looking good. Where does that look like on the measuring tape? Definitely past 35. Maybe past 40 as well. 40.6 for the Berry Blasters.
The Berry Blasters have come to play, and right now, the Iron Skies are the only team that can challenge them. The Iron Skies, if they don't push it past 40.6, they will not win. The Berry Blasters will win the gold, but the Iron Skies, that also looks like a great push from them as well. These two could be top 2 in the final heat of the day. We'll have to see what it is for the Iron Skies. The Berry Blasters just laid down a great mark, but the Iron Skies might have done it. I think they have.
41.9. The Iron Skies take it right from the Berry Blasters at the end. What a final heat that was.
Starlights relegated to 3rd place after all of that, after leading for so long, but the Iron Skies, another medal in the final season. They're going to be contending for the championship here. We'll have to see where this bumps them up. It bumps them up to 1st place, 8 points clear of the Emerald Skies. Then it's the Black Markers and Team Watermelon.